Good morning, children. Welcome back to School at Home program. Yeah, our new topic, that is where the mind is without fear. Okay, it was written by Rabindranath Tagore, ninth English children. Yeah, just you take out your page number 117. I'll read the poem. Where the mind is without fear and head is held high. Where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where birds come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action into that heaven of freedom. My father let my country awake. Rabindranath Tagore, who was born in 1861 and he was dead in 1941, he was one of the best known Indian writers who brought both in the mother tongue Bangla and in English. He was a poet, playwright, novelist, painter, educator, musician. He translated the collection of the poem Gitanjali, which was published in the year 1912, and he was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature. He is the author for Indian National Anthem as well as National Anthem of Bangladesh. Okay, this is about the Rabindranath Tagore. I'll explain briefly about the poem, children. Listen carefully. The present poem. What is the present poem, children? Where the mind is without fear. It was written by one of the outstanding poets of our country. Who is he? Rabindranath Tagore. Initially, the poem talks about the longing. Yeah, the mood that is created of longing, wistfulness. The strong patriotic mood takes the poet to a world which will not be subjected and enslaved. The poet in his prose poem style uses imaginary to take us to the country which is independent, where the people are free to express their thoughts, ideas, innovations, and creations. By the end of the poem, the poet creates a mood which is inspirational to nature. The poem then becomes a poem for awakening from the state of bondage. Okay. Rabindranath Tagore stretches a moving picture of the nation. He would like India to be the poet of pledges to the Almighty that his country should be free from any fear of oppression or forced compulsion. He wants that everyone in his country should be free to hold. Yes, everyone will feel like that we should have some freedom. Every citizen have their own rights. Right to freedom, right to do anything. High in dignity. The dreams of a nation were knowledge. Yes? Yes. Education would be free to everyone. There is no caste discrimination. There is no religion discrimination. There is no community discrimination. Everyone have their own rights to study as they like. There should not be any caste distinctions or gender distinctions. Yes, gender discrimination also we should not have. Like color people, black and white. Okay, we have learnt in the lesson what is an icon of, what is that, children, tell me. Yesterday I told you that an icon of civil rights, or that is next lesson, a long walk to freedom. Okay, a long walk to freedom, that is Nelson Mandela lesson. There we have learned how he felt, why he was in the prison. Okay, Tagore wishes for a world which is not fragmented by prejudice based on caste, creed, color, religion, or other baseless superstitions. Yes, we have in olden days we have many superstitions, children, like color, creed, religion, and baseless superstition. Prejudice and superstition should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. He wants a nation where people are truthful. Yes? Not superficial, or words should come out from the depth of their hearts. He yearns for a country where people would strive without getting tired to reach perfection, leaving behind prejudice and old traditions. Tagore wants the power of the reason to dominate the minds of the countryman. He does not want the stream of a reason to be lost amongst outdated customs and traditions. Only that can direct the mind towards the selfless thoughts and ever lost action. Okay. See children, this lesson is little, the poem is only hardly, it consists few lines, but the meaning is too much. Okay. Kindly listen the lesson properly, and you can, if you want, if you have any doubts, you can go through your workbook. It is clear to everyone. In the final line of the poem, Tagore asks the father, presumably, God to awaken his country into such a heaven of freedom. The poem is patriotic in nature, yes, considering the independence and happiness of the countryman as a most important factor. If a country lacks such requirements, the countryman can never be at peace. Consequently, the society will be dull of disharmony and social injustice. The poem sends a message that the society should be free from all the social evils, only then it can lead to progress. Okay. Yeah, just you read out the meanings which are there in this lesson. Fragments, pieces, domestic, pertaining to family, striving, try hard, motivated, stream, river, dreary, dull. Yeah, repeat after me. Fragments, pieces, domestic, pertaining to family, striving, try hard, motivated, stream, river, dreary, dull. Okay, children, I think you understood the poem properly. Everything was clear in the workbook, children. Try to open your workbook and finish the worksheets which are there in the lesson. Okay, I hope this topic is very important. You understood. Okay, na? Yeah, children, yesterday we have a little bit topic that is leftover, a long walk to freedom. The last para, please, once you listen it carefully. I know that oppressor, that means himsinchevadini, must be liberated, freedom, just as surely as a oppressed. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. Yes, a man who takes the other man's freedom, he is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom, just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. The oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. Yes, I will read the meanings. Inclination, a feeling that makes a person to do something. Inevitably, certainly to happen and unable to avoid it or prevent it. Twilight, used to describe a way of life which is characterized by certainty, uncertainty, miss, illusion, an idea or belief which is not true. Earning my keep, doing useful things to live. Animate, make someone more active. Okay, children, page number 114 you take out. Read the story once again and analyze the text in the light of the following question. What incidents do you find in the first paragraph? How does the writer reflect on these incidents? What is the writer's point of view on the incident? I hope you understood. And next one is you may have witnessed several instances of discrimination in the world. Yes, around you. Write an essay about one such incident. You may use the following clues. When and where did it take place? With whom did the incident occur? What were you doing at that time? How did you feel about this incident? Observe all the features of an essay. Yeah, this is also very easy, children. Try to complete it tomorrow. Okay, bye.